What's up, guys? I see ZVK Studios is in the chat, as well as JSJ, who's been a member for 15 months. Fun fact, where JSJ is, it's currently 34 degrees outside, 93 in freedom units. That is disgusting. That is too hot for this early on. I do not like that at all. So, we are back on the community save. Now, before I get started here, I do want to mention something. I know I mentioned that there was a chance of a Derail Valley stream this weekend, and there was a chance. Right up until the weekend got a lot busier than I anticipated. So what's going to happen is tomorrow during the day, potentially, we will have a Derail Valley stream to make up for that. But unfortunately, it just didn't happen this weekend because I had a little bit less time than I expected. However, that meant that I also had a fun weekend. It was a good weekend, giving tours and having a good time. So, yeah, let's get into the game. We're going to pick up where we left off here. And head on back. As we are, I'm going to do a new command I learned last time we were playing. And we're going to see how our FPS is doing. I hope everyone watching's doing well and having a good time. And just overall enjoying it. We're just going to relax a little bit, have some ops, have some fun. And we'll see just how long we go here. It's just kind of up in the air, a little free form, a little free flowing, for lack of a better way of putting it. So, yeah. So yeah, here we go. We're just gonna handle the passenger train real quick. Last time we got a lot of switching done, and the log cars are all switched. We got a 44 tonner last time as well. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting on a lot of stuff here. I may fast forward time once we get back to Whittier, just to see what ends up happening here. I'm also kind of waiting on all these log cars to load. You notice we have a string of them here, or not log cars, coal cars. And they are slowly loading. We're getting there with them. But I almost really want the track to Bryson purely because that'll allow us to switch it all out in one move potentially. Whereas right now we can't. We are limited. We are very much space limited. Very space limited. Also, a question for those in chat, if you are paying attention. How does the audio on the microphone sound? I was having issues with it last week for some other applications I was using it for. And I just want to see how you think it's going on this one. The trusty number 2 on the passenger train. Oh god, NKP 777 saying it sounds luxurious. Well, I'm glad that it does. Yeah, last week I was having an issue where Windows decided to bump the mic down to 72% or 79% or whatever it was. So on my soundboard I had it turned up a little bit, but it sounded like it was peaking, even though it wasn't. So yeah. I also really could use another passenger car. Then again, I'm always the kind of the person who could use another passenger car. Of course, we just gotten render distance of all these hoppers, so now the game's struggling slightly. They said that this new update had an FPS fix, and I wonder if we're just exceeding the amount of entities that can really allow for things to happen here. That's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm curious about. Sorry, guys, staying hydrated. Because it is, well, as JSJ mentioned, it's pretty hot where he is. And it's not as hot here, but there's a lot of humidity in the air, I've noticed. So it's been really easy to overheat. And we're back to it here. Like I said, when we get back to here, I may fast forward more time. Because we're kind of still in that awkward early game stage where we're just kind of waiting on stuff. It's 69 for units where you are, ZVK. Well, that's a very nice temperature. Okay. And right about there. All right, we're going to unload our wonderful little passenger train here. See how much money we get. It's probably going to be $60 because that is what it's going to be. Also, it looks like up on the mountain, some of our mining cars are getting ready to flip over. So that's going to be fun. Ernoho, welcome. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze real quick. How are we doing on oil? We're doing pretty good on oil. We're doing all right. But welcome. We're just having a nice calming session here on the community save. Or at least what I hope to be calming. I mean, you guys can cause some chaos if you really wanted to. So, you know, there is that. All right, that's almost unloaded. How are our stencils? Stencil's doing good. How's the logs doing? At the end of the last stream, we got the log train in place. And it's slowly unloading. Slowly. And the poor number 1 did get put in the dirt. It's okay. It'll get fixed up here at some point. Once the 44 tonner's out. Alright, $60. So what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward time here. Time. Open time window. We're going to wait 6 hours. Right into the early hours of the evening. And we're going to see where some stuff is at. It looks like we have an entire second and starting the third row of hoppers up at Kirkland. So that's good. It looks like our log train might be about ready. It looks like we have a couple of cars that are becoming ready here already. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to load. And as I set that to load, we're going to take the 1 here, select int, and we're going to go to AI waypoint. We're going to set a waypoint there. And then we're going to head up to Connolly. You have to watch until your train to drive arrives. Oh, geez, you're driving a train. Well, I hope that goes well. I really hope that goes well, because that sounds fun. That's a good time for you. Oh, and whoever was on this applied a handbrake. How dare they? Except not how dare they. I know exactly why they did that. Alright. Log train is going to go logging. In the finest of logging traditions. And we're just going to keep on going here. Alright, so that's doing that. And is this car loaded? It is. Cool. Alrighty. We're going to be doing a lot of waypoint mode here because we're going to kind of be juggling a couple of trains. Freight train here in Germany is 2 hours late. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. That is actually very inconvenient. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab the 210-2s and head down the mountain. But 2 hours late for a freight train, that's not great. That is, sorry, that is a very much unfortunate situation. Mainly because it's just inconvenient. It's like, can you be on time, please? I was planning for this time. It just throws everything off. All right. We're going to let those guys coast for a little bit. No, that's not ES&D late. ES&D late would be like 24 to 48 hours. That would be ES&D late. Where you're like multiple days late. Alright, we still have a string of hoppers down at the bottom of the mountain. So what we're going to do is... Yep, we're just going to bring them on up and shove them in one of the tracks. Because they should fit. Yeah, there is that. There is that. It'll be 24 to 48 hours late, plus severely dented. Plus severely dented. Be like, because it's more... Oh, there's more trains than capacity in tracks. Okay. Plus, you guys have a different philosophy over there. I don't think... You can correct me, though. From what I've heard, it doesn't sound like your freight trains outrank your passenger trains, if that makes sense. It sounds like your passenger trains outrank your freight trains, so your freight trains end up being the ones moved over. And brakes. Yeah, I don't know what they meant by performance improvement. I mean, I'm getting FPS. Like, I'm getting something. But I'm only getting, at most, like 10 frames per second. Like, and I have a 6700 XT. Like... I would think that would give me more. I would think. I'm only on medium. Meanwhile, we're following the passenger train. Yeah, potentially. I do have an older CPU. While my CPU is decently high horsepower, it is older. It's actually probably about 8 years old now. And so it's a first gen Threadripper. So it has horsepower. It's just not modern horsepower, if that makes sense. But hey, it works for me. And being unemployed at the moment, Don't really have the money to upgrade it, but hopefully here soon that will be changing. Got a few lines on a few interviews, so we'll see. Hopefully that turned into something. We have ranking of priority for the different trains. Okay, ranking priority. NKP Route 777, I know how that feels because I have 64 gigs of RAM. So I know how that feels. And hello, Meanwhile Mike. Welcome. And Penn Central's here. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, NKP Route 777. The reason is video editing. While I don't get to make a whole lot of videos for myself recently, I get to make a lot of videos for the friends of these Broad Tops, so it helps out there. And can never escape the Penn Central. I can see that. We're going to control our speed here because we are in your yard. Okay. Let's get us aligned through. I'm going to have to take the roundabout way here, which is fine. We don't mind. We don't mind the roundabout way. And Strasburg's here. Vote for Conrad. Oh, jeez. Processing video is very power hungry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, we're getting onto the bridge here. Vote for the EBT. Actually, on that subject, voting for the EBT closed at noon today. So, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. I do thank you for you guys all supporting here. Really do appreciate it. In voting for the EBT for USA Today's 10 Best Senior Train Rides. We won't know the results for about another 8 days or so. But thank you all for voting for us. We really do appreciate it. And official PR are the standards. Oh, God. We're just getting all the railroads here. We have the Nickel Plate Road, we have Strasburg, we have Penn Central, we have Pennsy, we have Conrail. Dang it, ZVK, why didn't you vote? Okay, the log train arrived. Okay. And the RGS is here, and the White Pass is here. Oh, God. High-speed train has the highest priority. Came over Well, this came local passenger, that there came freight train, and then last came historic trains. All this exists in express variants. They stand on high speed train. Oh, jeez. That sounds like a nice ranking, actually. And ZVK forgot to vote. How dare he? It's okay, ZVK. I'm only teasing you. It's all good. It's all good. We appreciate your at least vicarious support, and hopefully here we'll know in about 8 days or so. Alright. What was that text? I just saw a text thing pop up. Auto engineer departing Ellis Station. Alright. And the Chicago Northwestern's here. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm going to turn the power off because we're just going to coast here. I really hope I'm setting this into a clear track. And Western Maryland Steve is here. And you rode in 1309's cab. That is awesome. I'm actually very happy for the Western Maryland to see that 1309 is back. I'm glad that they were able to solve those issues and get everything taken care of. And now it just seems like the engine's running. I do want to go down and see it at some point, because big choo-choo, big wow. It's kind of like seeing 2102. Big choo-choo, big wow. But I don't know when. I know it's not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately. But, you know, maybe at some point here. But also now you got to ride in Western Maryland 1309's cab, and I'm glad that you enjoyed that, and I'm glad for them for getting it up and running. I actually had the privilege of meeting some other people a little while back, actually. Thoughts on the Mount Rainier Scenic Bridge fire? Oh boy. My thoughts are, if you have any money available to support them, please do so. This is a very trying time for them, and I know that they're doing best keeping their heads up high in order to come through it, and they're doing a pretty good job of that. But it still sucks, and it sucks that in all likelihood somebody felt compelled to do that. Unfortunately, the world isn't always sunshine and rainbows, and unfortunately this was just the latest example of that. I'm hoping that it wasn't a purposeful set, that it was accidental. But with something that big, unfortunately, you kind of can guess. You know, it's just one of those things, and I feel bad for them. Like I genuinely do. It does sound like they potentially have some good news on the bridge on replacing it, where the cost is high, just not necessarily as high as they thought it would be. So we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, I hope that they come out on the other side of this better for it. And it sounds like they will. They have the right attitude to do so. So yeah. That's kind of my thoughts on it. But if you can, go support their GoFundMe. Yeah, they genuinely need your support. And that's overall my thoughts on it, because you really can't comprehend trying to, like, you can't justify it, but just trying to comprehend how something of that scale happens. You know what I mean? It's unimaginable. It's one of those things that you hope just never happens, and then it does, and it sucks. It just sucks. And Celestial exists. Welcome, Celestial. Okay. Yeah, don't trespass on railroad property, me metal Mike. Railroad property is still private property. Do not trespass on railroad property. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. We parked that. Gonna turn that off. Let's get the 2 on its way back. Why am I in the middle of the woods? Okay, there we go. Facing the right direction. I guess I clicked a little awkward of a location. Okay, select. We're gonna add a waypoint. Okay. The 2 is heading back. The 1 is up at Connolly Creek, filling with logs. Once the 2 is back, I think we're going to roll the day over and go from there. Because I don't want to be running trains really in the dark, and it's about to get dark in game here. So, poor number 1. He got binned. I do like how binning an engine causes the bearings to run out of oil quicker. That's a fun little detail. Let's head back to the 2. Go zooming backwards. Zooming backwards. Also, you have roughly a month and a half left of school left, which is especially exciting because this summer you're going to Europe for the first time since you were 3. I hope that goes well, Celestial, because that is truly awesome. I hope your trip to Europe goes well. A month and a half of school left is pretty awesome. Because I know a lot of summer breaks are happening here soon. Alrighty. We're almost back. We're having some fun. It depends, Celestial. It really depends. Summer break does help because a lot of families have a lot more free time and vacation time, especially on the weekends. They're not having to worry about school or anything. But that's true of any tourist route, not just the EBT. You'll generally see an uptick in numbers in the summer season, and then during the kind of lull into August, September, then suddenly it'll pick up again in October because people want to get out of the house and see some other things. And Ernoho, I just saw that. That's awesome. Those trains look cool. But yeah, it's just, it all depends, Celestial. There's a lot it depends on. There's also running, as you know from probably Heist's videos, you know, there's a lot of truth to the saying that a lot of railroads make their money during Christmas. There just is. Why? Because people want to take a train ride and experience Christmas. You know, there's a lot of truth to that. But it's not just for the EBT. It's any tourist railroad. Now I'm curious, where does this train start braking? Okay, it brakes right here. But it's braking a lot less. Alrighty, that train stopped. We'll let it unload. Then I'm going to turn the day over, and then I'm realizing that actually I've had some stuff I need to do here. So depending on what this looks like, we actually may end up ending early. Because I'm realizing I have a few duties I need to attend to, and deal with, actually leading into a few interviews I have later on this week. And actually, I may as well give you guys an update on the job front as I zoom down here to the interchange to get a good view of it when we turn the day over. A little update on the job front. I'm still interviewing. I'm still looking for a job. However, on Thursday, if at all possible, if you have any good vibes, good thoughts, prayers, whatever your fancy is, I would really appreciate you guys sending them my way, because I have 2 final round job interviews on Thursday afternoon. And I'm really hoping at least one of them works out, because I really want to be gainfully employed again. That'd be really awesome. But look out tomorrow for potentially a D-Row Valley stream. And then Wednesday, obviously, we'll have probably another D-Row Valley stream. We might do 2 D-Row Valley streams back to back, potentially. I'm not sure yet, though. We'll see. We'll see. And then, like I said, on Thursday, if you have any good vibes and can spare sending them my way, I would really appreciate it. Because I could very, very much appreciate being gainfully employed again. It would be nice. But on that note, we got $60 from the passenger train. So let's find our time window. We're going to press the sleep button. Okay, we paid. Okay. The heck? The heck? The heck is this? The heck is this? Is this what I get for turning Kirkland down to tier 1? Is this what I get? The heck? But hey, at least the 44 tonner is fixed up. We just need to actually get it some fuel. But the heck? The heck is this? The heck is this? Is this because of all the cars I have at Kirkland right now? Chat, why did it give me no cars? Chat, it gave me no cars. Okay, we're gonna need to fix that at some point. Turn some things up, because we went from all of the cars to none of the cars. And that's disappointing. And on that disappointing bombshell, it's time to end. I have some duties I need to attend to real quick that I kind of accidentally forgot about. So I'm going to attend to them here tonight. Thank you for watching this abbreviated stream. And we'll be back probably again tomorrow with some D-Rail Valley, same on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we'll probably be back here on Railroader. But on that note, take care, guys. Stay awesome. Stay healthy. Stay amazing. And the Kirkland people are on strike, apparently. Oh, darn. Bye.